All right, guys, we're back. We're back. Probably can't have the TV on anymore, though.
Oh.
So I grilled up the chicken earlier. Looks like this. Just put some grill marks on it on the top and the bottom. That's all we really need. So it was starting to flare up a bit. So just with chicken skin, it tends to do that a lot. So I thought I would finish it in the oven instead to help fix that problem. And then all we have to do is make up the rice real quick. And then we are well on our way to our Jamaican meal. So I'm gonna measure out the 1.5 cups of rice real quick while we're waiting. And then it shouldn't take us more than about half an hour to finish this stuff off. Good. And then our sauce has cooked pretty nice. It's gotten pretty thick already, which is good. And I tasted it. It's actually not very spicy, which I am a fan of. So I don't love overly spicy food. You just need that hint in there. So, why don't we turn on our rice pot? Like a medium-high heat. And we'll add in a tablespoon of coconut oil to just quickly fry up the garlic and ginger before we finish off the rice. So the only thing about this sauce is kind of the texture is a little bit off. Just because it has some of the chicken proteins in it. So when we cook those up, it gets a little bit like chunky, I guess. But it's still really, really tasty. So I'm still gonna use it. There's definitely no sense in throwing that out. Gonna need our garlic press out real quick. For our 2 cloves that I prepped up earlier. Make sure that you don't burn the garlic or ginger either. Get a little bit of heat on there. Some roasty, toasty flavor. Let's add our rice now to toast it up a bit. Give that a nice little stir. The rice should turn kind of translucent in color. You can see our garlic is a nice golden brown, which is perfect. I find that toasting the rice always helps to keep it more fluffy at the end. And then we will be putting in just a touch of allspice and then some chopped thyme, so about a teaspoon. Sure. Betty says chug it. Picked the wrong one. We don't need too much allspice there because there is quite a bit already in the chicken. Smelling fab. Okay, rice looks great. So now all we gotta do is add in our broth and our coconut milk. And we're not gonna cover it at all. Just gonna let it boil on high heat. And that's a Indian style technique to making rice. So they boil it and that's what keeps it really nice and fluffy. And then we'll add the beans near the end just so they don't get overly soft. And that is it. We're just waiting for our oven to heat up. Let's check out the chayote. So it did stay green, obviously from the lime juice, which helped out a lot. See if it kind of marinated it or something. Give it a little try. Still crunchy and fresh tasting. Really good. Bless you. Okay, so Wakandian. King Killmonger. is our top cheer of the week so far. So I'm going to be contacting him. And I will get a request from him for a meal next week. I'm just going to whisper him real quick. Does anyone have any fun stuff that they're doing this weekend? Done and done. Our rice is almost boiling. And we be chilling. And he comes in again. Just sealing the deal. You are the king. I just whispered you, by the way. This light, though. I'm blinded. It's crazy. How are we supposed to compete? I don't know, Thunderstruck. He's just coming out with all of the biddies. Seriously, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Sweet and spicy. Hello. How was your Friday? Okay, so just a little bit of stuff. Not too much. Perfect. I'm just going to put in the chicken and then catch you up. So this is the jerk chicken, and then I'll explain what we've done with it so far. Those are pretty big chicken boobs, so they may take a little bit to cook. Okay, so we are doing jerk chicken today, sweet and spicy. So I marinated them yesterday, which I think you might have seen. And then took them out of the marinade, got some grill marks on both sides of it. So obviously did not finish it on the grill because it tends to just flare up the chicken skin and I don't want to burn it. I just put the marks on instead to get that nice kind of char flavor. And then we have the marinade reducing there in that little pot, which I'm going to use for a sauce. And we made up our salad, so it is just romaine and greens with some chayote. I don't know if you know what that is, sweet and spicy, but I'm going to search it up for you so you can look at it. It's like an apple / cucumber is the best way to describe it. You know it. Okay, good. So I just sliced it up really thin and put some lime juice in with it so it would kind of marinate before we ate it. And then I segmented some oranges as well and then cut up little cubes of watermelon for the salad and just made a simple like honey and lime vinaigrette to go with it. And then for the rice and beans, so I quickly kind of sauteed up a couple cloves of garlic and about a tablespoon of really fine diced ginger together in some coconut oil. And then threw in just a splash or like little bump of allspice in there, and about a teaspoon of chopped thyme, keeping with our Jamaican flavors. And then just put in the rice and kind of toast it up a little bit, stirred it for a couple minutes. And then just put in a can of coconut milk and 350 mils of vegetable stock. For the chicken seasoning, I did a wet jerk spice or marinade. I've never done a dry one yet, but I'd definitely be interested to try that out as well. But this recipe that I used, I'm not sure if you're in our Discord or not, but it's not very spicy, which I kind of like. I still want to be able to taste all the other flavors, right? So I think we're about like 15-20 minutes out from serving up. Have you made a jerk spice or a rub before, sweet and spicy? Yay, that's boiling nicely. Death, you're back. What are you cooking today, man? I never asked you yet. Smelling good in here already. This is our little lettuce and roots that we're gonna plant in the garden after. So far, the other ones are slowly growing, so I think it's gonna work. You're in South Florida. Okay, awesome. So you've eaten it then, let's say. Leftover night. Awesome, dude. I know Betty said I shouldn't have cooked today because there was so much leftovers in the fridge, but they'll get eaten over the weekend. I'm sure of it. Yeah, Scotch bonnets, which are kind of hard to find here. So we'd have to use like habaneros instead, which I think are really spicy. Obviously, if you take the seeds and stuff out, it's not as bad. So that's up to you. Trinidad perfume pepper? What? We used to get these like Trinidadian sauces from the farmer's market that were so flavorful. What was it called? Dis and Dat.
This and that.
Dis and Dat.
I'm surprised you remember that.
I don't know how I remember that.
Marge and Ron.
Trinidadian perfume pepper. I doubt I could find that here. Or I'd have to search for quite a while. But I'm sure it would be worth it. I typically like to just freeze any spicy peppers if I have to buy them in bulk, and that way they stay for a lot longer. So I am going to temp the chicken breasts as they cook. Just to make sure we're staying on par. Oh, totally, yeah. Habanero hot sauces can be deadly if you do it wrong. Yeah, thank you, Sweet and Spicy. See, I learned lots of stuff from you guys too. Smelling like jerk chicken in here already. It looks good, guys. I know the rice is getting there. Gonna get the lid out as well because we're gonna steam it for a couple minutes. That way it'll fluff up. Wakandian, thank you so much. I'm spoilt on this Friday. And I'm just happy all you guys came back to watch the last bit of the stream. Much appreciated. So we got about a minute left on our chicken. Just gonna grab my handy dandy pot holders. And I like how they call it rice and peas. Almost made the cup. No! I didn't even see it. So rice is looking really rich. Oh man. It's looking good. Haven't had jerk chicken in a while. I know, me neither. Look at the sun just shining on it. So let's take the temp of the fattest piece, which I think is this one. Still feels pretty rare. Oh, we're at like 110 already. So we're not too far off. I think I'm gonna do about 8 more minutes and then check it again. But I think that looks good. So juicy too. What a jerk that chicken was. I know, right? It's a jerk. Let's set our timer again. And our rice is almost done. I kind of hear it like sizzling on the bottom of the pot. So I'm gonna turn this off. Pour in the beans so they kind of steam up with the rice. And then just give this a cover for like at least 5 minutes. Beat the chicken. Well, I think it's already dead. I don't think we can beat it anymore. Rice-a-roni. Holy. Does that still exist? Okay, I'm just taking a couple of things out to the recycling. Who's here? Who's that? Who is this? Hey. Okay. The markings make it look like it was run over by a double-decker bus. Love it. Danny Dorito DeVito, welcome into the stream. Loving that username.
And Yahtzee's hammered.
Yeah, Yahtzee, you're hammered. You still haven't told me what you're drinking. The drinking Discord? I know, we should start it, hey? This is where all the drunk messages go. No one is judged there. Drink and cook stream? It happens. This is my second glass of wine. It's Friday. Beers. It doesn't matter what, just beers. Oh, Yahtzee. Gotta love ya. Okay, I'm gonna get the salad out since we have about 5-ish minutes left. Give this sauce another stir. Okay, so here's the salad. Just has the oranges on it so far. We've got our squash and watermelon cubes. Going for presentation here, guys. And then lastly, just our honey and lime dressing. Which I'm sure has benefited from sitting for a little bit. Chocolate milk, yum. It's like one of my favorite drinks. Your buddy's coming over and you're gonna burn and then hit up Mexico Place. What's Mexico Place? That like a crazy little club? Cooking is an art. It's true, Thunderstruck. It's definitely like a representation of whoever's cooking the food, right? I always say it doesn't taste good unless there's love in it. Gotta put that little dash of love. Shadow Sill with the follow. Welcome in. And thank you. No club Mexican food. Oh, that's gonna be good after drinking. Careful of the hot sauces though, that's all I'll say. Hi. Scrumptious. Thank you. Thanks for all of the biddies. Let's see if they hit it. Yeah. You like that hot sauce. What's your favorite kind of Mexican hot sauce? You just like down with the salsa verde? Or you like salsa roja? Like the red one, which is a little bit more spicy. And the tequila. Yum. I had some of that avocado and tequila sauce I made yesterday with some pita today. It was really good for lunch.
We were wondering where you went.
Homemade habanero sauce. I like it. Push those limits. Salsa verde. I think that's my favorite one. We call it crack. Salsa verde is crack, guys. Okay, about a minute and a half left, and then we'll temp our chicken again. Yeah, the most limes. I just buy like massive bags of limes now, because I go through them so much.
A worm hid underneath my bomb. Legit, it was stuck to the bottom of the leaf.
Yeah, limes. We're lime.
Ew. They're everywhere.
Coming up? Yeah, the other guy inside
I tried to save a worm today on the
She had
pavement.
fish freezer. You tried to save a worm?
Yeah, there was a worm that was starting to dry up on the pavement, so I just put it in the grass. Hopefully it lived, but I don't think so. It was like really like slow moving. I was like, oh, he's almost gone. Just send a dump truck of limes. Hey, let's check again. Check it out. They keep getting crispier as the time goes on. I'm into it, guys. This is the second peak, which half of it is just in the sunshine. Okay, let's go in this big one again. It feels like it's done. $138. $140. Let's check this guy right in the middle. $152. Yep, they're done, guys. Perfection. See how fast that came together? We are good to go. So those are gonna rest up for a couple minutes before I cut into them, just so the juices stay all intact. That's amazing, Yahtzee. Give me all of the limes and I'll tip you well. 2 people that wait there just bring you the limes without even asking. See? They take care of you now. That's amazing. Sounds like a good little restaurant that the people actually care about their customers. I should have ate the worm death? No. You crazy. Okay, sauce is off, oven is off. Let's get a little stir action on our rice and beans while that's resting. Yeah, it's so true. If you tip your waiter, they will remember you. At least I hope so. Fluffy rice. Ooh, the bottom's kind of crispy. I like it. Got some crunch. That's all the good bits, so try and scrape it off if you can. Smells so good though, guys. It's like spicy and coconutty at the same time. So let me try it before I serve. Just to check the salt flavor. Dog's like, "Shkew me, you got any for me?" Just needs a touch of salt. Worm is good protein. You guys are nuts, though. Definitely needs a touch of salt to kind of bring everything else out. Maybe about a half teaspoon is what I put into there. Okay, let's try again. A little bit more. Hood fan is off. Silence is nice. Let's just keep that covered. I'm just gonna plate up the salad really nicely on the side here, which I'll probably just turn the camera for you guys so you can watch. That makes sense, Death. Steak and shrimp fajitas tonight with lots of limes, 2 shots of tequila, chips and salsa, and habanero sauce. I'm in, Yahtzee. Can I come eat too? Got those views. Grill the worm. I think it would shrivel up to nothing. So let's start with our greens on the one side of the plate. Obviously try and keep your oranges and like all your garnishes on top so that you can see them. Try and build up a little bit of height as well. Get a good mix of all the different lettuces. And we'll just sprinkle our chayote over top. Put as much or as little as you want. I'm sure you can kind of see the oranges though still as well. And then we'll just put our watermelon next. A nice sprinkling over top, and that just really brightens up the plate and adds the sweetness that we will need. Looks delicious so far. And just a little drizzle of the salad dressing. Now you're adding enchiladas into the mix. The heck? I've actually had a craving for those lately. They're so easy to make. Boom. Dressing is emulsified. Just give that a nice little drizzle. Yum. So that's where we're at so far. Just gonna put a scoop of rice. This is where we are at so far. Looking nice and colorful. Trying to keep our plate clean. Now we just gotta slice up one of the bobs. Let's do the one that has the most char on it. Nice and dark. He always orders the queso dip. Oh man. But at least you have someone driving you. That's awesome. Slice into our chicken, guys. Yum. That is a juicy bob. It's just shimmering. Emulsify this. Thank you, Wakandian. Just crushing it this week. And then all we gotta do is kind of fan this out by our rice. Get that more in the camera for you. I burned it. You crazy, Lori. You crazy. And then if we want, we can add some sauce, but I think I'm just gonna put it in this little area in the middle of the plate. So it's not the most appetizing looking, but it's super flavorful. And then lastly, our garnish is just a little bit of chives over top of our rice and beans. Staying a little bit fancy. There we go, guys. Get a little rotation. Definitely not burned. It's like perfectly charred, which is exactly how you should eat jerk chicken. Just gonna take a quick photo and then we'll do taste test. Okay, my peeps. We will transform this human into a cat. Okay, end piece of the chicken. We're going in. I know, I wish I could just like send you all of the smells, but I can't. Mmm. It's so good. I love the soy sauce flavor in there. It's like the first thing that hits you when you get a little bit of the allspice, and now I'm just getting a little bit of heat, not a ton. Then there was a little bit of onion in the marinade too, so I can kind of taste that is like caramelized in the chard on the skin. Death, thank you for the biddies, man. Now let's get a little scoop of rice and beans with our chives. All right. Tipsy munchies dance. I'm pretty hungry. So the rice, just a hint of that coconut flavor. And then you do get a little bit of the ginger and garlic, but it's very, very light in flavor. And I do like the richness of the beans in there as well. I don't eat rice and beans very much. but I feel like I should do it more often. Okay, so here's a bite of the salad, a little bit of everything on there. Super, super fresh. Love the sweetness to contrast all of the other rich and savory flavors. If I was picky, I would put a little bit more spice in the jerk marinade next time, but that's about it. Otherwise, this is very, very good combo. All right, guys. Thanks, everyone, for coming back and watching the end of the stream. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I'll do some menu planning this weekend and then post the menu on Sunday on Discord and Twitch as well, so stay tuned for that. Wakandian, feel free to come in on our Discord if you haven't yet. The link is on my channel page, and all of my socials are on there too. So my Twitter, my YouTube, and my Instagram as well. So feel free to check those out if you have time. Yeah, I'm just leaving limping. I just finished. If you want to check out the plate real quick. Looks like that. And Wakandian has requested for next week already. So they've requested orange chicken with vegetable fried rice and lo mein. So I'm into that. I'll put my little spin on that for sure. And then Tristan is the top cheer. So he requested strawberries and cream jelly roll cake. So that is what is coming up in the menu next week. Sounds good, Shadow. Let's raid someone. Death, I'll let you pick. Pick whoever you want and we'll go raid them. End the week off right. Yeah, have a great weekend, Limping. Honestly, glad you're back and hope you had a good trip. Yahtzee, I hope you have a great Mexican dinner. Is he on again? Okay, let's do him again. 3 times this week. He owes me. We'll bring the party in. It was bad. What? Okay, message me on Discord. Let me know what happened if you want. Okay, bye guys. Let's go raid.